Yeah, Hayden. Yo, Hayden. I understand. That is your vernacular over there in the UK. Well, to that I say, yo.
Yes. Yo, Hayden Dent. Welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. I always wondered what you'd watch first. If it would be Roblox or Aristotle Full Throttle.
Yes, Bane. It turns out Aristotle Full Throttle is a stalwart. He streams every day. Almost every day of the week, in fact, except for Sunday, which he's left as a day of rest.
Much like our master Ra's al Ghul, Aristotle Full Throttle needs to rest.
Yes, and I one day will burn this place down to the ground, just like I did when I was training.
In the League of Shadows?
Yes, correct. That is correct. I trained in the League of Shadows.
Yes, do you want to know how I knew that?
Well, Bane, how did you know that?
I also trained in the League of Shadows.
Oh. Small world. Cool. Didn't know that.
Well, you should, because I'm your arch nemesis. I'm as smart as you, but twice as strong.
We'll see about that. Look! Over there! An elephant!
Oh, I love elephants. Where's this elephant that you just mentioned? I can't seem to see. What? I mean, is it over here? What?
See that? I outsmarted him. And that is why I'm Batman. Achoo! I'm sneezing. Hello, everybody. I'm Aristotle Full Throttle, Sneezy McBreezy Face. Hey, welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. This is where we hang out and have fun. It's Friday. Let's just hang out and have fun and hang out and have fun. It's Friday. What else are you doing? What else can you do? It's summer. Friday. I feel short again. I've never felt short in my life since I was 2. Even when I was 2, they were like, he's tall. For 2. He's tall for 1. He's tall for 2. Wow. He's 2 for Tuesday. He's 2 for Friday. He's 5 for fighting. Hey, welcome to the show. It's a stream of consciousness. It makes absolutely no sense. If you could follow it, well, you'd be the first. I should probably adjust my camera angle. I feel like it's shooting down at the top of my head. This is the view that you get. Let me see. Let me try to adjust this. Yeah. That's better. Now I feel like I'm looking at you. Good. How you doing? What's new? You ever adjust your camera while you're doing a live stream? It's kind of the coolest thing. It's kind of the latest thing. The latest thing is meta. Everything is meta. And let me mansplain what meta is. Meta is when something is talking about itself. For instance, say like me right now talking about my show right now, talking about my show right now, talking about my show a couple minutes ago. Hey, welcome Noel Dreyer 2. Welcome Hayden Dent. Hello, everybody. As you know, on Aristotle Full Throttle, on Mondays we debut brand new intros. So maybe this Monday we'll see a new intro, a brand new intro for who knows. Like for the other day, for instance, we played this new intro. I created this new intro this week, fresh and new, where you guys can watch it right now. Sorry that 420 artist had to take the fall on that intro, but you know, someone had to do it. They were Raccoon Raiders, get it? They were Raccoon Raiders of the Lost Ark. And suddenly our friend 420 artist had to get shot with a bunch of poison darts, turns out. And maybe he's not dead, but he had a smile on his face. I don't know, you guys remember the end of that video just now? Let's fast forward to the end. Look, he's happy. See? Happy. Happy all the way to the end. Happy. Makes me laugh. And that's the most important thing. Just make yourself laugh. If we've learned anything, it's make yourself laugh. Be your own best critic, as they say. Be your own worst critic. Also, have boundaries. You know, sometimes you get... Yesterday, I would say that coming out of the woodwork these last few days have been people just coming out of the woodwork. Like literally through the splinters. Out come folks who are talking about like conspiracy theories and how they hate Obama and how they think that Trump was a good guy, just a regular guy. And I'm just sitting here going... Why is it like is there a national holiday? Is today National like QAnon Day? Is the GQP? They need to like come out and start talking about all this stuff like it's real. You know what happens? You know, I'm thinking about it. And I think the last year and a half, a lot of time people have spent in their own bubbles. So there are people who are out there who are in their own bubble of like QAnoniverse. They're sitting there talking about conspiracy, that this virus was created for the vaccine and not the other way around. Literally a quote from someone who sent me a message yesterday, and I was like, I don't know how to deal. But this is the thing. They were in a bubble for a year reading all about Mr. Q. Q, by the way, is returning to the series Picard on Disney Plus CBS or whatever it's called. You have a 33-second Jackbox. Thanks, Hayden did. Yeah, I accidentally went live with the Jackbox title, and now I have to go live. I went live again with the It's Friday title, because sometimes I forget to update the titles. Sometimes I roll out of bed after sleeping for 2 days, because I didn't sleep for 2 days. So I slept enough for 2 days last night. Sometimes you catch up. I don't even know how much I slept. Let's find out exactly. I have a watch that keeps track of my sleep. A friend said, why do you need to keep track of your sleep? And I said, because I want to know how long I'm sleeping. He says, what good can that do? You wake up, you're tired or you're not tired. And I said, because I'm interested in health and human health, which is three things. Diet, exercise, rest. It's the third one people always forget. 7.5 hours. That's like a record for me. 7.5 hours. That's a record for me. Usually it's 4.5. 5 hours, 23 minutes the night before. 6 hours, that's pretty good. Let's see. Sunday, July 4th. Yeah, I've been doing pretty good this week, except for 2 days ago. What's up, Noel? How you doing? Oh, we're just hanging out here on a Friday, finding out what the trends are, figuring out. They assassinated the president of Haiti. Can you believe that? Haiti to see it. It's so crazy. Who knows what's going on over there? Why are people getting assassinated on the island of Hispaniola? I want to go to the DR, the Dominican Republic. I want to visit there. It's where my ancestors are from. You know? Ancestors. It always sounds like... I always feel like when you say ancestors, that's always like kind of a magical type of movie thing to say. For instance, when you say ancestors, you have to be like it's like you have to be like some old shaman. My ancestors, they once settled here. You know, you have to say stuff like... But if you're, if you're from England, you don't say, my ancestors once lived here. I feel like you don't. I feel like that wouldn't match thematically. You'd just say, my lineage. You'd say, my pedigree. My pedigree hails from Worcestershire, Devonshire. Tell me if I'm right, Hayden Dent. Is this how people talk? In England, they say, my lineage hails from Liverpool, or Westonshire, Dester. I feel like that's as accurate a representation as it gets.
Hello, computer.
No, all right. I know that sounds bad.
Sorry. Let's see what's trending, ladies and gentlemen. Trending in entertainment. Ooh, Black Widow. So I thought of this. I wanted to have a Black Widow watch party today on Aristotle Full Throttle. I was like, Black Widow watch party, easy, right? Problem is, even if you have Disney Plus, it costs plus $30. It's Disney plus $30. That's what they should call it. They should call it Disney Plus additional money. Once you pay for the Disney Plus, once you pay for the Disney, you add money. Disney Plus extra $30 to watch Black Widow. So everybody would have to watch Black Widow. Everybody would have to pay the additional $30 who are in the group watch to watch Black Widow in a watch party here on Aristotle Full Throttle. So if you have Disney Plus, it don't even matter. We don't even know.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Cosmo!
Hello.
Cosmo! 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 I'm Cosmo! What do you say, Cosmo?
Hello.
I'm Cosmo!
Hello, Cosmo. What do you say there, Cosmo? This is what you say.
What do you say, Cosmo? What do you say, Cosmo? What do you say, Cosmo?
You gotta say it 3 times for a Cosmo to appear. He's already appeared, so I don't know why I said it 3 more times. You gotta say, this is how you summon Cosmo. Game Master, Dungeon Master, gamer, live-action roleplay gamer extraordinaire, creator of worlds. Cosmo McBuds, welcome. Follow Cosmo McBuds here on Twitch. Welcome, welcome. And if you ever want to summon him, just say, what do you say, Cosmo? What do you say, Cosmo? What do you say, Cosmo? And then boom, poof, he appears with a hat with the moon and the stars that points all the way up to the sky. I forgot to get that sound effect. Disney Plus, DLC plus taxes plus fees plus soul. Yes, that's the thing. When Disney took... I paid for a year. See, I have Verizon, and Verizon paid for a year of Disney Plus, or gave me a 1 free year of Disney Plus. And I was like, that's cool. Even though I only watched like a few things on it at first, but now they got me. They got me because I want to watch all the Marvel stuff and all the Star Wars stuff. I want to watch all of it, all the time. Even though I don't watch it as much as maybe the other streaming services, I kind of like it more than the other streaming services. I was sitting there trying to watch The Boys the other night, and I wanted to start it over again. Start it back at the beginning. See if Kelsey would want to watch it with me. So I Googled The Boys, and I clicked on The Boys, and then it just immediately started playing where I left off. So then I would try to go back to the page on Prime Video to find The Boys, and then click on the icon for The Boys, and then it just starts immediately playing where I left off. And I'm like, how do I go back? And then you got to scroll down to the bottom of the page. It says episodes. And you have to click on that. Every streaming service doesn't do it right except for Netflix. Netflix is the only one that's figured out how to be like, here are you, where you could just drop down and find the episode you want. We're just gonna like play 3 seconds of the credits and then skip to the next episode for you. I think they even had the option to skip to the end of the credits when they had Marvel movies on there, which was smarter. Much smarter. Blue Monkey! What do you say, Blue Monkey? Blue-eyed monkey. Our favorite Thor coming to shock the blue-eyed monkey. Welcome. We've got theories, it looks like, going on in Loki. I've got my theories, guys. I am not going to give you my theory because I realized I got Loki spoiled. Loki got spoiled for me. I was at a party with somebody who I almost spoiled it for you just now. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it next week. But mark my words, it got spoiled. Loki got spoiled for me. They said, this is going to happen at the end of Loki. And I just was like, why did you? So I actually know what's happening in the next episode. I actually know the final episode because someone just was like, I went to dinner with people who work on Loki, and this is what they told me. And I'm just going to say this without editing myself or asking you for your consent for a spoiler. And it just blurred. So I'm still enjoying the show Loki, but I realize that when I was talking to Ricky and his theories, and Ricky, he had some theories going on about Loki after we watched the episode the other day. And now I realize, oh yeah, I actually do know. And I forgot about it. See, that's the thing about spoilers is if you get them earlier enough, if you get spoilers early enough, say like 6 months early, I tend to forget them. So and I do like to read a bunch of the smokescreen stuff. Say like when a movie's a year out and they're like, well, maybe this happens, maybe that happens, maybe this happens, maybe that happens. So the movie's a year out. By the end of the year, I've read every possible theory that I cannot remember or keep them all straight or know. Like there's so many conflicting, crazy theories that when the movie comes out, I've like forgotten everything that they've said. Oh, there's the caterpillar from the movie E.T. My friend sent a picture. Oh, that's great. They went to the park. This is cool. So in the movie E.T., there's a playground where the van ends up. And hang on. The van ends up, and then they get E.T., and then the spoiler alert, this says, can't he just beam up? And he says, this is reality, Greg. And then they all get in the van and they drive off, and then funny thing is, there's that caterpillar from that playground is still there, and it's still up in what do they call that? Green Acres. Do we need to take them out to the desert? So many strings in my head. Yes, we do. We need to take them out to the desert, Cosmo McBuds, and say, shame. 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 And throw stuff on them. And ring a bell. I would do that. Shame. And then we could be like, all right, you can come back over and hang out. I heard this song last night.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
For real, I heard it.
Level up, level up, level up.
I heard that song in the store last night when I was in Rite Aid getting an antihistamine, and I started to float up to the ceiling. You ever hear this song? And
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Level up, level up, level up.
I was like imagining us playing Fortnite, and then I was like, ooh, level up. I leveled up. Actually, I leveled down. I got the off-brand antihistamine. The one that just says like antihistamine. Because, big antihistamine is taking over. Shame. Okay, you're cool now. Yeah. See, they just need to pay their shame they just need to humble themselves. Ooh, look who's trending. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is trending because his tweet. Lil Wayne, he's got tattoos on his face. Have you ever seen Lil Wayne? Let's study Lil Wayne's. Let's study. He's a human mural. Let's admire the work that's gone on this man's face. Lil Wayne, obviously everybody knows Lil Wayne. Now, what do you guys think? Should I get any of these tattoos also? I'm looking at Lil Wayne over here. And I'm trying to figure out all the tattoos. Let's see, we got... Well, there's easy. Easy, first of all. Oh, you know what I could do? I just realized this. Hold on. This is going to be hilarious. Hold on. This is going to be so funny. I swear to God, it's going to be... hold on. Is this the one I want? Is this even the one I wanted? What is that? Wait, hold on. This... Oh my God, guys. Just wait for it.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
It's not even... It's not... It's going to be so funny, it's not even funny. What's going on here? I would like to find... Oh, yeah, that was when I told them my pant size. Oh, yeah, here we go. All right. There we go. I just realized I could do this. Now, we've got an arrow here. This is my fro. 3D interactive. Let's 3D interactive. Ow! Ow, my eye! Ow, my eyes! Ooh, ooh, ooh! Ow! Ooh! Ee! Ah! See, you could make jokes about it. Alright, so first we got... Look right here. Look very closely at Lil Wayne's tattoo here. This is Africa. I imagine this is the country of Africa. Do you see what I did there? I joked. I said this is the country of Africa. Africa is a continent. It's a out-continent or in-continent. Here's a question about Africa. Is that, first of all, continents, there's no agreed-upon definition for continent. There are the cartographers that make the shapes of continents, and they don't agree with geologists, and geographers don't also agree with geologists. So all different types of science disciplines do not agree on what constitutes a continent. So some people say there are 7 continents. Some people say there are 6 continents. Some people say there are 5 continents. Some people even say there's still 1. And it's crazy. Go Google this. I'll bring that up later. But also, I'd like to say hi to... Hold on. I gotta do this. I should do that, and then do this. I'd like to say hi to Raccoon Raiders. Uh-oh. Raccoon Raiders! Raccoon Raiders! Whoa, hey, welcome back. I was just dancing to the Chippendale, right? You know, the inspirational vocalizations. Thank you. All right, let's take a look at this. Let's continue analyzing what's going on here. Now we've got, this looks like a lightning bolt. Now, is it me or are these just random? Or is it both? Me being random and these tattoos also being random. Look, I've got a scar right here. That's a scar. I've got, this is a shadow. This is, look, that doesn't exist. And now it exists because it's a shadow for me. I gotta fix that. Also, what's going on here? He's got sunglasses up here on his forehead, just on the side here. He said, this is what Lil Wayne said, okay? Lil Wayne, I think it's maybe his birthday today. Happy birthday, Lil Wayne. For your birthday, I'm gonna get you a tattoo. For Hennessy. Hennessy is trending because of Lil Wayne's tweet. What is Lil Wayne's tweet, first of all? Maybe we shouldn't be celebrating Lil Wayne's facial tattoos and knuckle tattoos. Y'all better put that Hennessy down. I don't know what that means. So now let's go over to here. I can't quite tell what this is, but this looks to me as if it's a alligator lizard. Listen, I'm serious. I think that that's an alligator lizard because they're very common here in California. But most importantly, I think it's really sweet that Lil Wayne's got a peace sign right here. There's a peace sign over here. There's Africa. There's a lightning bolt. There's sunglasses, and it says Bub here. Bub. So he's a fan of Wolverine. Bub. Listen, Bub. I don't mind that. Now, it appears, I don't know what's happening here. Maybe these are piercings or just glare. But these teeth of his are very shiny. These are bedazzled. He took his dentures and the bedazzler, and he went crazy. He just took it. He said, I'm going to take this to the next level. He said this.
Level up, level up, level up.
All right, now and then this is I am sick. I am sick. I don't know what that says. Oh, look here, TNT. I think this is TNT dynamite. That is a stable form of nitroglycerin, which also you could use to stabilize your heart rate if you put it under your tongue when you're having a heart attack. Look at this. He's got locks, but they're blonde, so that's cool. I used to have blonde braids. I don't know what this says right here. Maybe he just gave his 5-year-old nephew, a marker one day, or a tattoo pen, and they got it. But this says baked. I can read that clearly. B-A-K-E-D. Baked. And if you look closely here around the eyeball area, and then you come up and refer to this statement, this word here, baked, I don't think he's talking about pastries. Unless he's thinking about pastries. He's probably thinking about pastries at this point. Look, he's baked. He's very, very, very happy. Well, I always say this, look, baked might refer to maybe marijuana use. I'm just wondering, I'm questioning that, what he means by baked. I don't think he means like baked potato chips. He prefers the baked Lay's. I think he's like, ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Indicating here with the smile looks like ha ha to me. So he's perhaps baked. You know, it's very funny and stereotypical that gangster rappers. Now, Lil Wayne, of course, being a rapper. I don't know how gangster he is. But I mean, the grills. But the glasses. See, at what point does he become less gangster? Because he's got the grills, right? That's gangster. But he also has glasses. That's nerdy. Look, glasses. I'm basically the same as Lil Wayne. Me and Lil Wayne. Glasses, nerdy, right? But he's more gangsta. I don't have this. He's got this. I don't have this. Problem is, I always say this. Gangster rappers, they're like so mean. They're always so hard looking. They're like, right? But I'm like, but if you guys are smoking weed all the time, what? You should all be giggling, right? They should mostly be giggling all the time. Like, yo. Like, that's what gangster rappers, like, the image of gangster rap should be. And Twinkies. Mostly. I mean, Lil Wayne, I think, he's got the peace sign, so he's got a big heart. He's got the baked, so he's got a big lung. And also, gold teeth. Wonderful. Lovely. Thank you, Lil Wayne, for being here. Bye now. Lil Wayne, special guest on Aristotle Full Throttle Show today. It's Friday. We're looking at all kinds of things on the internet. Bub. Yeah, I saw the bub. Bub is because that's what Wolverine says to people. He says, "Hey, bub." I still got the red arrow because I wanted to do some more things. Look, it's a floating arrow. Ow! 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 Okay. What else is training? Oh yeah, so I was bummed because I wanted to do a group watch of the Black Widow. Black Widow, the Black Widow. It's called Black Widow: The Black Widow. It's called. And I said, I'd like to watch that with my friends and my family and my fans. And then I saw that it cost $30. And I said, maybe when it comes out for free, I'll watch that with everybody. I said, damn it. It's $30. How many is that? That's almost all of my fingers and toes. Did I miss the Trump rally yet?
Ricky!
Now, Ricky, you might be referring to yesterday. I had an old, long-time friend on the show who may or may not, at some point in the last 20 years, tripped and fallen on the top of his head. So, not everybody agrees about politics. But I found when you're arguing with people who have clearly gone down the rabbit hole, you can't do anything about that. You're not going to undo their thought process in the next 10 seconds. So I just go, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about this with you. You gave me my first job in the movies, and let's keep it at that. I put chapstick on. This is really gross. I didn't expect that to happen. That was gross. I'm sorry. Agreeing or disagreeing about Trump isn't politics. We all know this. Yeah, that's true. I didn't really quite know how to... that was the thing, Ricky. 3 times in the last week, I feel like people have popped out of the woodwork to just sort of tell me, to drop on top of my head how much they're like, the virus was created in a lab and then bah! Like people are just coming at me from all angles. Just in the last 2 days, 3 days, I even got an email from somebody like, I don't know what's going on with these vaccines. The virus was created for the vaccine. Q. And they run out of the room, right? And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Is it like National Crazy Day? You know what? I think this is my theory. This is my theory, Ricky.
Hold on, Ricky. What are you talking about?
My theory is this. People are getting back to the world, and they've been inside their bubbles, right? So we've been inside maybe our own bubbles. We've been inside. Our bubbles might have Venn diagrammed across their full throttle bubble. So we might all share like a mini Venn diagram bubble of the full throttle universe. And, we're trying to sit here and rationalize our situation. We're trying to hash it out. We're trying to figure out how to maintain being a human during a pandemic, how to maintain morality, ethics, scruples, empathy, critical thinking. These are things that I think we hunkered down and hopefully successfully maintained. We were like, it's like the preservation of government. You ever hear that? What do they call that? They call that continuity of government, right? Where like they take all of Congress and the vice president and everything, and then they put them in the basement of the Capitol building so that when people come in and they just chant, hang Mike Pence, they go, no, you don't. So because they're going to preserve the continuity of government. You got to keep the president in the Air Force One all the time so that the aliens don't destroy the earth. So Bill Pullman's like, I'm going to fly a plane. Point is, well, I feel like what we did was try to maintain our humanity for the last year, but other people didn't. I think some people were like, I'm in the crazy hole. I'm going to stay down in the crazy hole and go down further. And then my favorite thing is when people say, don't listen to the news, educate yourself. When I hear people say that, people are literally saying, find the information that you want to, that satisfies your own curiosity about things that you already believe in, and go down that rabbit hole and try to confirm all your biases. Make sure you confirm all your biases. Make sure you have a preconceived notion about something and that you find only the information that validates those thoughts. Don't find any information that challenges your ideas, because that would create cognitive dissonance. And we don't want that. We don't want to have to reckon with our feelings. Welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show. We hang out, we talk about all kinds of stuff here. Critical race theory. I have heard of that NASCAR theory. Yeah, more for black people. I watched Black Widow last night. Okay, I'm reading your things backwards. So you Steel Condor, I wanted to watch a group watch of Black Widow. And I wanted to talk about it. I want to have a group watch, but it's $30. Everybody has to pay $30. So I'm going to pay $30 to watch it maybe this weekend. With anybody who wants to watch it with me, who wants to pay their own $30 to watch it. Or I might pay $10. I might pay half of that, or I might pay all of that for two people to go see it in the movies. The thing is, if I'm going to pay $30 to watch something, and it's not I want to see it on a 77-inch TV screen, which I don't have yet. Listen. Here's why I don't have that TV screen yet. I'm waiting for that third check. I want to see what that third check. Should be good. Should be a good check, because I see a lot of people texting me every day going, hey, I see you on TV all day long. Also, Q is real. The vaccines was created to stop a lab-grown virus. Thank you for letting me know all of that. Listen, I'm going to read to you something that I read that someone sent me. I was just like, someone wrote me, they said, that's cool seeing you every night during Jeopardy. And I said, that's cool. Yeah, that's great. Because that's awesome. It's exciting, and I appreciate you reaching out, and that's so cool. And then, things are good. How things are with you? And then they were just like, yeah, I believe nothing should have been shut down to begin with. Something is definitely up with all this. It appears they actually made the virus for the vaccine instead of the other way around. I have been good serving the Lord. Okay. All right. Well, it's good talking to you. I'll see you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just like, all right, cool, yeah, that's great. All right, see you later. You know what I did? I gave him one of these. I said, you know what I did? I gave him one of these. I said, oh yeah, okay, goodbye. Well, it was good talking to you. Okay. But, listen, I'm just saying people have been in their holes. And I'm saying, get your freaking head out of your hole. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes people. You know what? Most of the time, people.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.
Hello there.
I don't know. I don't know. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. I'm just going to say, all right, well then, Oh, that's pretty good. They were like, I believe nothing should have been shut down to begin with. Something's definitely up with all this. It appears actually they made a virus for the vaccine instead of the other way around. I've been good serving the Lord. All right, well, that was cool. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Good evening, and welcome to the Aristotle Full Throttle Show, where there may be some suspense, and there may be some...
Who is this imbecile?
Imbeciles. There definitely will be. I got to work on my Alfred Hitchcock impression. Good evening. He always sounded like he was swallowing his entire tongue when he started. Good evening. I am the Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense. And you're always wondering, is he going to choke on his own tongue? Well, that is for me to know, and for you to wait to find out. In suspense. I'm the master of suspense. I can't do it. I met Tippi Hedren once. Tippi Hedren, of course, Melanie Griffith's mother, also in The Birds. The Birds. Ladies and gentlemen, it's wonderful to see you. It really is. It's Friday. We did the whole week. I don't know what you did on Monday, but we took Monday off because it was 4th of July observed. Here's the thing. Gonna have some more fun stuff coming up with Aristotle Full Throttle. We're gonna have some more gaming. Jenna Fierce and I have been brainstorming. We're gonna come up with some more fun gaming ideas. Also, I'm gonna have giveaways at every 100 subscribers. Every time I reach another 100 mark here on Aristotle Full Throttle on Twitch, every 100 followers. So let's say right now I'm over 100. Once I get to 200 followers, I'm gonna give away something. Maybe I'll give away prescriptions to Disney. Maybe I'll give you premiere access to Black Widow. Maybe I'll send you a game. But we're going to have a giveaway every time I reach a new benchmark. So once I get to 200 subscribers, let's get to 200 before we get to 10,000. When I get to 10,000, someone's getting a PS5. That's for dang sure. So make sure you subscribe, follow, like, share, do all the things. If you're on YouTube, like the video, please. It helps. It helps out something. Something inside the algorithm box gets shaken around. And people are like,
what's in the box? What's in the box?
Yeah. What's in the box? I tell you, man. I tell you. If the Lord was real, he would have saved all the people who died of the virus. I mean, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Who is this imbecile?
You know, it's funny. The best part about the Lord working in mysterious ways is that is the greatest answer. It's the greatest answer of all time to the greatest story ever told. It's so funny because people are like, well, the reason why I poked you in the eye is because the Lord works in mysterious ways. The reason why an anvil fell on your brother's head, that's just the Lord being silly, little silly goose. The reason why a piano fell on your dogs, that hilarious Lord and his sense of humor. Here's another one of those things that kind of falls in line with that. I was having a conversation a couple years ago. Okay, maybe you don't believe that. Maybe you do. The point of the conversation was, I was having a conversation a couple years ago. Someone said to me, I was like, well, I haven't really seen any. They said, do you believe in the ghosts? Do you believe in ghosts being around you? I'm like, well, I haven't seen any yet. So, plus there's been no way to ever reproduce any kind of results of any ghosts existing. So I'm open to it. I'm ready to have a ghost experience, right? I'm ready for it. And a lot of people have had them. I'm jealous. They've definitely seen a ghost. I'm like, okay, I would love to see a ghost too. I'd like to try that out. I'd like to try out seeing ghosts for a living. Like the Ghostbusters. Hey, the Ghostbusters have a whole career on it. And I said to myself, they said to me, oh, well, if you don't believe in them, then you don't get to see them. Wait, what? So if I don't believe in them, they won't try and convince me to believe in them by appearing. But if I already do assume that what I'm seeing is a ghost, then the ghost is like, yeah, let me confirm your biases again. That's what we're learning today, I think. Let's try to challenge our perceptions and then offer ourselves some facts to maybe try to find a logical solution. I don't know. I think logic is one of those cool things that humans could do to find out if the bird is in the bush or whatever. This is to say, like in the brush, right? The tall grass, there might be a predator. Humans, being of the plains of Africa. We walk around and maybe there's like a rustling in the bushes, right? If there's a rustling in the bushes, it could be a couple things. It could be infinite things. One thing, it could be the wind, right? Let's hope it's the wind. But you can't hope it's the wind, because it could be a lion ready to jump out and grab you and eat you. So the human walking by the tall grass, and there's a rustling in the tall grass, we want to believe there is something there, because it could help us survive. We want to assume there's a lion in the tall grass, so that we can evade this lion, or that we can figure out what to do about something. We want to assume it's real, because more often than not, making that assumption will save your life instead of perhaps end your life by just going, it's just the wind. But you know what? Most of the time, it's just the wind. So the point is, this might be why I probably consider myself 99.99% agnostic, because I don't want to say I'm an atheist. Because if you say you're an atheist, then you're absolutely sure there's nothing. If you say that you're totally faithful, then you're absolutely sure there's something beyond death or whatever. And nobody knows absolutely anything. So like I hang out in the middle somewhere. I hang out there and say, you know what? Could be a lion. Probably the wind, though. I just haven't seen it yet. It has not presented itself. It has not tried to eat me. So people, I'm just saying we're hardwired to imagine that there is a threat or that there's a thing that's going to eat us. And that's my belief, in my opinion, and that's not based in any science or evolutionary biology at all. So go find information that's going to confirm your own biases. I just think that I feel comfortable with that explanation. I feel comfortable that people are making things up that are in the bushes. And, yeah. We want to assume. I want to believe.
It's a trap!
But, you know, if you don't want to see ghosts, then they won't be around. They won't show up. That literally is the argument. Heads I win, tails you lose. Hey, let's flip a coin. Heads I win, tails you lose. I'm sure you guys played that when you were a kid. That's my favorite one. Let's flip the coin. Up, it's heads, I win. Up, it's toys. It's toys. It's tails, you lose. Tails, you lose. Saying that the ghost is in the bush, and if you don't believe it, then you won't see it. Heads I win, tails you lose. I like The Boys, the show The Boys. I'm really enjoying the show The Boys because there's like a religious leader guy who's also does all of the things he preaches against. It's always my favorite thing when there's some like religious leader who is extraordinarily vehemently against, let's say, same-sex relations or something like that. Same-sex relationships or something. And then, sure enough, within a couple of years, they're found with the same sex performing sex acts. And then you just go, well, if you hate something that much, or if you're outspoken about something that much, you must really be obsessed with it. You must really want to talk about that thing. You must be thinking about that thing all of the time. Me? I'm like, what's going to happen on Loki? Me? What do I hate? I don't even hate anything. Maybe I secretly want to be a Trump supporter. I hate Trump so much. I think he's great. Sex acts. What have I missed? Oh, you've missed it all. Ricky, you missed it. It was crazy. There was an alien here, and Grogu had to speak to them through the telepathy. And then we said to the aliens,
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
The aliens kept going. I'm just saying, Ricky, that there are usually some like outspoken people who are into conversion therapy and all kinds of against same-sex relationships. And then sure enough, there's some scandal where they're found in a bathroom stall with someone of the same sex doing things. And then you say, but this whole time you were against that, and you said that that's sinning, and that you just constantly talk about this. Wait a minute, you constantly talk about this all the time on your show, or XYZ or whatever. And then you say, oh, it's because they're always thinking about it. It's the thing that's always in their head that they're concerned with so much that they have a passion for it either way. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. I need to just have that sound effect. I want these soundboards to have more sound effects on them.
Flawless victory.
Do it.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. And also, I was saying that I'm going to give away something. Every 100 followers here on Twitch, I will give away something. Fro related. Maybe you'll get a t-shirt. Maybe you'll get... Maybe I'll bottle my burps for you. No, I won't do that. Listen, I will randomly draw. I'll make a random drawing. Look, it's a shark. I'll draw a random number, and that person from the Twitch followers and YouTube followers everywhere. No, Twitch. Everybody follow me on Twitch. I'm going to get to 200. Once I get to 200, I'm going to give away something. I use a Chrome plugin called Sample that makes it super easy to do. I have that, actually. I want that huge explosion up to the sky sound effect. Up to the sky. I have that, and but then I have to boost the sound, because usually it's like really small. Ed Wood. I don't know. I might have to go through the entire movie. Where is Ed Wood playing? Because oh, yeah, here it is. Big Explosion. It's called Big Explosion. I'm going to find us. I'm going to download it. I put YouTubepp.com. What else is trending, ladies and gentlemen? There are so many things in the news. There are so many things in the world right now. It's crazy that we're getting out of Afghanistan finally after 20 years. And now everybody's like, well, what is the Afghanis going to do? And then they were like, I don't know. I guess they got to figure it out, right? But the Afghanis, we've been there for 20 years. What do they go? How do we? And then we just say, Bob, beats me. We just sent, troops there, and lots of people died for 20 years. People kept dying for 20 years. Everybody's dying. People dying over there. People dying on our side. And then now people say, well, how are they going to have their own government? And we're like, well, they got to figure it out, I guess. I come inside your house. I ransack it. I don't know. It's weird to me. Everything's weird to me. I don't think I need this.
Flawless victory.
That's such a cool sound, though. What sound don't I use that much?
I have a certificate.
That's a good one. Let's see. No, I need that. I need this. Oh, I need this one.
Oh, hell no. What?
I need these. I need all of these. This one's good.
Humor! I love it!
I guess I'm gonna have to start building that second soundboard. Can't have them simultaneously running, though. I want them to. Explosion. Here we go. Yeah, it's so low.
Number one, I want the movie to end with a big explosion. Sky full of smoke.
Sky full of smoke, that's it. There we go.
Number one, I want the movie to end with a big explosion. Sky full of smoke.
That's what I want. I think I love that sound effect because that is Ron and Clint Howard's dad in the movie Ed Wood. He plays the big oil tycoon who was given Ed Wood money to make a movie. Ed Wood, one of the best LGBTQ directors, one of the best directors in Hollywood history. Ed Wood. I'm not even joking, because he's brought movies that are timeless. Maybe they're not polished. Maybe they're not the greatest movies. Maybe they're not even. Maybe they're among the worst movies. But that's something. There's something to be said about that. Here's my question to you. And I believe that Greg says this, and also our friend Ron says this. The fatal cardinal sin of a movie is that it's boring. Now, if a movie like The Room is totally garbage, right? It's a totally garbage movie, but brings so much enjoyment, then is it in fact a good piece of art? This is what we will ponder throughout the rest of history. Oh, by the way, Ricky, I already know what's going to happen in the end of Loki. I already know. I forgot that I already knew. I forgot that somebody spoiled it for me at a party. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. And now I know. And you know what? 1 second.
And knowing is half the battle.
So I'm just saying. Explosion. I'm trying to get this to... I'm trying to edit a clip right now while I'm doing the show. And I'm sure it's the smartest thing I've ever done. Might be. Just might be. Ricky, what do you think about that? Use the Chrome plugin. I already know what's going to happen. We talked about it the other day in Loki. We said, oh, look at that castle. Whose castle is that? And all that. I forgot that someone spoiled it for me. I'm glad that I forgot, but I'm sad that I remember. I forgot to remember. Here's the thing. Do you forget to remember, or is that just I forgot? I forgot to remember that. If you say I forgot to remember something, that means just I forgot. Why don't you just say I forgot, you dummy? Okay. Speaking of crazies coming out of the woodwork, I just don't know what's going on, guys. I don't know why people got to be like, listen, let me tell you my point of view from a very skewed bubble that I've been living in for the last year. Do your own research. See that people say, do your own research. But then, what? Am I a professional researcher? Do my own research? What do you mean? Google what I think already, and then just find things that validate what I think already? I think that's what people mean when they say do your own research. You know what I mean? Hold on. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. There we go. E.
Number one, I want the movie to end with a big explosion. Sky full of smoke.
I feel like I could put a noise suppressor on there. What do you say? Noise gate. Sky full of smoke. I think that's... Oh yeah, there we go. That's better. Guys, just bear with me while I edit things. Maybe I should just do edits. Maybe I should edit more videos for Aristotle Full Throttle. And while I'm editing them, just stream the edits, because I really do want to make more actually like mini stupid movies that I used to do all the time, I guess. My show is just a bunch of stupid videos. My channel is anyway. And like I want to create those stupid videos again because it brings me so much joy to create stupid things for you. Really terrible content. You know, and I was also thinking about this. One of my favorite things is that I have like this real-time documentary of us having lived through this whole pandemic situation. And because of doing the daily streams for a year and a half now almost, I'm just thinking, This was a good idea. That was the best idea. Because otherwise, I might have gone down some kind of rabbit hole and come out and been like, Q is there's a pizza parlor and there's a whole sex trafficking ring. Like I might have come out of a hole being like, and they drink the baby's blood, and then once they drink the baby's blood, yeah, you know. Otherwise, I managed to connect with you all and maintain some kind of sanity.
Number one, I want the movie to end with a big explosion. Sky full of smoke.
So I'm just saying.
Impressive. Most impressive.
I do love Alligator Loki. Loki Gator. Alligator. Alligadoki. Okie dokie. I like, they don't want to validate the possibility they could be wrong. Yes, guys, it's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay. Check this out. You weren't born knowing everything. This might come as a surprise to a lot of you. This might come as a surprise to particular people that I'm thinking of right now. You might not know everything. I sure as heck don't. You might not.
Who is this imbecile?
Just because you have a thought on something doesn't mean that that thought is accurate. Just because you said, this is what I think it is, doesn't mean that's how it is. It's just how you think it is. Also, you can be wrong about things. You can be wrong. Even when it's your opinion. My opinion is 2 + 2 = 40. Well, that might be real inside your mind, but we've all got to agree upon there's got to be a shared, agreed upon reality with which we can communicate effectively. If we can't both agree that we look outside right now and the sun is out, if we can't agree to that, I don't know where we can go from there. Do your own research. That's not the sun. That is a pulsar named Geo 47. Like, I don't know. Just people making stuff up. We need to find certain things that we can agree upon. Common ground.
Do it.
I'm going to read these Loki spoilers. There's a theory. Ooh. Interesting theory, Wesley, over there. But guys, I do know the outcome. I do know a certain piece of information that I wish I didn't. But we'll find out next Wednesday on Loki, when we have a watch party for Loki, for the finale. It's just the season finale. I feel like we could get a Loki every couple years. Here's the greatest thing about... Hey guys. Here's the greatest thing about Disney future-proofing Loki. Lokis literally are a variant that can exist, and anybody can be Doctor Who. I mean Loki. Anybody can be a Loki Doctor Who. Anybody can be a Doctor Who Loki. Anybody. Every couple years, we get a new Loki. This can go on for, let's say, 50 years. Let's just say. Disney, always thinking about the bottom line in the future. Always future-proofing their properties. Disney, you're so smart. And evil. Take my money. I don't know. I think that people enjoy the superficial fun of Disney, but they don't realize how crazy and evil the corporations are in general. Not that, but they want us to not realize that. They want to lull us into enjoyment. For instance, I've never been to Disney World. I've never been to Disneyland. I went to the Wild Animal Kingdom. So it's a part of Disney World in Florida. That is the only part of the Disney theme parks that I've ever been to. Wild Animal Kingdom. And I was waiting on the line, and they said it's $230 per person. Or some kind of crazy, or it was like $139, and this is 5 or 6, 7, 8 years ago. Per person, to just walk inside the park. To get inside the park. It was some $189 per person. I'm like, okay. First of all, crazy. Second of all, I said to them, then they said, just scan your fingerprint here so that we can have a scan of your fingerprint when you enter this park. And I said to myself, I don't want you having my fingerprints. And then they said, well, you got to scan your fingerprint to get into the park. It's a small world after all. And I said, I don't like it. They said, well, then you can't come in. And I said, okay, fair enough. And then the family, my girlfriend and her brother's family at the time, we were all together. And everybody's like, just come in with us. And I was like, no, they want to take my, I want to Karen. I want to speak to the manager. They want to take my fingerprints. And then they said, just come on. Which is funny because I feel like that's how our civil liberties are eroded. People are just like, oh, just do the thing. Come on. Just take your pants off and let them do a cavity search. Come on. It's just a cavity search. That's where we're going to be at some point. So then, doctor does a cavity search, dentist does a cavity search. So then, you can rub your fingerprints off with pumice stone. This is a good tip, Cosmo McBuds. Thank you very much for that movie 7 type of intro type of. Remember when he took like X-Acto knives and I think he like sliced his fingerprints off. He like finally, I guess you could take obsidian scalpel and just remove the. If you want to go to Disney World, I'm saying. So and then I scanned like the side of my pinky. I was like, will this work? And then I just scanned like the side of my pinky because I didn't want to give him like any gripping surfaces necessarily. Like, eh. So I went into Disney Animal Kingdom. And this is the point I'm trying to make. Disney just wants people to be like, oh, come on, just do the thing. Pay us thousands of dollars and come into our theme park. And I'm so angry on the outside of the Disney theme park. I'm angry. I don't want to go inside of it. I hate it. The idea of the corporate bastardization of fun. It's just, it eats at my soul. I took 3 steps into the animal kingdom and I was like, oh, this place is wonderful. I love this place. Everything is so beautiful. And I floated around in a daze going, I'm having so much fun. I swear to you, I drank the Kool-Aid immediately. I walked inside the Disney theme park and I said, Disney is evil. I hate them so much. They want my fingerprints. Oh, look, it's a parade. Look at these wild animals. Over here, there's a giraffe. Oh my gosh. For my entertainment, a giraffe. From the plains of Africa here in Florida. For me to just look at. And say, oh, look. This is wonderful. This is beautiful. We are truly the king of all species. We've domesticated, we've entrapped, we've ensnared. We've imprisoned all these animals. Isn't that? I love it. You know, this really makes me feel like I'm on top of the whole food chain. I love it. There's a parade. Oh, Dippin' Dots. You know what I mean? That's the vaporized ecstasies that they release. I'm telling you, Cosmo, there's something about the Disney World magic where they say, I have friends. I don't know how friendly they are anymore, but last August, maybe? Literally the day that Disney opened up last year, with all the masks and the social distancing and all that stuff. In the middle, in quite literally the middle of the peak of the pandemic almost, friends of mine, they're like, we're taking our kids to Disney. Because that's the smartest thing we can think of to do. Because we're not, I don't know, I guess we're not creative enough to like entertain our family in a safe way. We're going to give our money to Disney. They've lured us in successfully. They've definitely made us want to go back again and again. Anyway, Disney's evil. And I love it. Two things can exist at the same time, I guess. It's pure evil, and I can't get enough. That's like Loki. Some people just want to watch the world be Walt Disneyfied. Some people want to watch the world burn. Some people want to watch the world turn into Walt Disney World. Maybe it's the same thing. You know what? That's Dismal Land. I want to visit Dismal Land, which is Banksy's version of like anti-happy. Like you go there and you deliberately, it gives you a sad feeling, which is kind of Dismal Land, which I kind of want to go there and see what that's like. Because I guess you get some form of joy from feeling really horrible about yourself and your life and being like, oh, this feels comfortable. Oh, let's commiserate. Let's feel this misery together and take solace in the fact that let's try not to enjoy ourselves. And with that, thank you for coming to the Aristotle Full Throttle program every day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific Standard Time. This is where we hang out, have fun. We talk about movies. We talk about TV shows. We have a good old time. We talk about critical race theory, which, by the way, funny thing about critical race theory is it's kind of insane. I'm going to share with you all in the Discord text channels a video I watched yesterday about all of the underwater cities in the United States that were literally flooded out. Most of them, mostly black communities, that were literally flooded and turned into lakes. They turned black communities into lakes. They put them underwater, literally. And it's kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy. Let me go find that video, and I'm going to drop it into the Discord immediately. Oh, look. It's a picture of Richard E. Grant in his costume from Loki. Oh, man. I hate that Instagram just immediately just recycles whatever's at the top of your feed and then says, nope, I was showing you something, but now you can't see it. Now I'm showing you another thing. Here comes an ad. Look out. Here comes an ad.
This is Lake Lanier. It's a lake in Forsyth.
Let's do this. Copy link. I don't know where to put this. I'll put it in the main thread. Loki. This is kind of crazy. But y'all are wonderful people. It's kind of crazy. The United States has a horrible history of covering things up. Covering up the history of the United States. Its actual history. Its accurate actual history. Not just the narrative that wanted to be fed to us by the people in charge, but the actual accurate history of how horrible the United States has been to other human beings. So I wanted to share that. I shared that with you guys in the main Throttler chat. It's really it's very sad. Here in the United States, we don't teach the fact. So much of our policy, so much of our history is literally shaped by the fact that there's massive racism and enslavement of other people. We talk about the Reconstruction and after the Civil War, and we talk about all these kinds of things, but we need to talk more. Thankfully, I had a teacher in 8th grade, a history teacher, global studies teacher named Mr. Murtha. Mr. Murtha, I believe he's like an administrator now on Long Island somewhere. He's like a major higher up principal type of guy, but he was a younger teacher, and he really got into. He taught 1850 to like 1950, 1980s. He taught all the way up until modern time. Specifically, how race shaped everything. He even talked about our school district and how it was originally segregated, and he said it wasn't necessarily intentionally segregated, but there were people who lived in pockets that were all black and people who lived in pockets that were all white, and because of their proximity to the schools, some of the schools would be all white, some of the schools would be all black, some of the schools would be all white. So he said what our school district in Bayshore did intentionally in the 80s was desegregate. So they created a lottery for everybody in the entire town, and it's just a lottery. So you could literally have lived next to a school, but that was not the elementary school that you went to because of the lottery, because they wanted to mix people together so that everyone can experience like the greater society, the greater American society, which is supposedly a melting pot. Supposedly. It's like a big fondue. But let me tell you something. It's more like a fondant. I ain't fond of it. The way it's come out. Yes, he was an awesome teacher, and he always, Mr. Murtha, and he always made sure to contextualize almost everything in American history about that, because he understood and valued the fact that American history is like that. Is that it's so like inextricably linked with the horrors and also the injustices throughout history. Even to this day, there's just structural. It took George Floyd, a guy getting murdered on the street, just to remind us, oh yeah, things are not perfect. Things aren't great as much as we thought they were. Snaps people out of that malaise, that joy malaise, that Disney World malaise that America tries to pull the wool over everyone's eyes. But if we learned anything today, it's that question your own thoughts. Look at all viewpoints. Look at all the facts. And when you do your own research, make sure it's from a reputable source, and make sure that you are looking at all the different sources and figuring out if what you're reading is accurate information. So have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I might see you tomorrow. I might pop on a random stream, playing some games, maybe playing some drums, maybe playing some music. But it's always good to see you guys. Cosmo McBuds, Noel, I am still Condor, Blue-Eyed Monkey, Hayden Dent. Y'all are awesome. I'll see you at the very latest on Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. And check your own biases. Have a wonderful and spectacular